Look at number 1 here. We're multiplying. We could, if we want, just multiply across top, multiply across the bottom, and then simplify. But you'll see the numbers get quite large. So maybe, looking at this, we could simplify before we do all the multiplication. So is there anybody up top and down below that can be divided by the same thing? Well, 15 and 20 both can be divided by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. That helps. 7 and 14, those both can be divided by 7. He becomes a 1. He becomes a 2. And you have an x up top and x down below. They'll just cross that and become 1s. So look what we're left with. 3 times 2 times 1, which is 6. On the bottom, 1 times 1 times 4, which is 4. Now, those can be simplified again, and they have to be. Both can be divided by 2, and it leaves you 3 over 2. But that's much better than multiplying everybody at the beginning and getting 140x on the bottom and who knows what up top. So let's look at number 2. Same thing. Now, do remember, we have a negative times a positive. Negative fraction times positive fraction. So, hey, we're going to get a negative answer here, guaranteed. Let's look at our numbers, 20 and 30. Those guys both can be divided by what? 10. So he becomes a 2. He becomes a 3. I have a 9 and a 3 here, or a 9 and a 3 there. Either way, doesn't matter. I'm just going to do this 9 and this 3. He becomes a 1. He becomes a 3. I divided both by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Anybody else? Well, look at this. That 3 and that 3 both could be divided by 3. 1 and 1. Anything else? Well, let's say we don't see anybody else and we're just like multiplying across. So we know it's negative 2 times 1. I get negative 2 and I have an x. And the bottom I have 1 and 1. But I do have an x squared. Wait a second. There's an x and an x squared. So I forgot to simplify those guys. No big deal. Cross them out now. Remember, x squared is simply an x times another x, right? So this x and that x can go away. Final answer is negative 2 on top, x on the bottom. The key is you try to cross out as much as you can, being nice and neat. But if you get to this spot and you still see people that can be divided by, if they're both even, or they both can be divided by 3, or they both have an x on top and bottom, you still got to go another step and simplify it. The final answer, just like this, there shouldn't be anybody left that could be crossed out or simplified in any way. So there's our answer to number 2.